Hi. Well, I've just made 3 videos that I thought the third one I made was going to be my last, but actually no, because I've got to do this one. And you know, like I say, I know Jamal Thomas, that I went pretty heavy on the socialism thing there about you, but I do love you and I think you're fantastic, and the same with Ryan as well. I do think you're both fantastic, but you know, what can I say? Part of helping each other, we do need to point out certain things here and get things ironed out, get things evened out, because we're all infected with a bit of, you know, shite from this world, and that isn't to denigrate the individual. We're all victims in this society, you know, this idea. I mean, I hope Ken O'Keefe forgives me that I did pull him up on his insistence that he doesn't buy into this victim mentality and what have you, because, you know, I explained to him that, look, I'm sorry Ken O'Keefe, we are all victims here. We need to understand that. First and foremost, we're all victims, we're all wounded, we've all got our problems, and we all need to understand them, forgive each other for our problems, accept that yes, we might get things wrong sometimes, we might be over the top on this, we might have a wrong opinion. It doesn't mean to say we're evil people, it just means that we're victims of this world. And now sense and sanity, compassion, care, conscience has come to the rescue. So here we go with, you know, Boris Johnson resigns over Brexit because he's so disgusted with this deal that Theresa May has been forced to commit to now. That yes, Britain's still going to be part of the free market. Yes, we're still going to have open borders to some degree, though there is going to be a bit of a curb from the immigrants from the poorer nations of Eastern Europe. And so Boris Johnson, in his fury, has walked out. And Jamal Thomas describes him here as, you know, a funny man. The guy ain't a funny man. He's an evil little bastard pig. That's what he is. And I'm so glad to see you walk, Boris Johnson. Go away. Fuck off back to the little hellhole that you crawled out of. Okay, this guy here, he is underclass. That is what you are, Boris Johnson. Despite your Eton education and all your wealth and your money and your privileges, you're a little fucker of human consciousness, and really, you're so far behind that will you ever even catch up? Okay, you know, and that's the sad fact of it. The actual real truth is, I feel sorry for the guy, I really do. He deserves our pity for the fact that he is so far removed from his humanity that, you know, according to him, a true human being is his enemy. That is how far removed from his humanity that he is, that he considers human beings his enemy. People who stand up for a child's rights not to be called a minor human being, you little fuckhead. So, I've had to make this video. The 4th one, I wasn't going to do it, I was going to limit myself to 3 with my rantings and ravings that nobody wants to hear because I'm so horrible and so evil and so fucked up. Well, do you know what? I admit openly, I'm fucked up. I was fucked from being a little baby by my so-called father that this world provided for me. Okay, in a country that could not stand up for my human rights, that could not even arrest that man when he was reported to the police, because apparently, you know, I needed to learn how to forgive him. Well, fuck knows, I've learned how to forgive that man for the fact of his madness, you know what I mean. I've tried to understand him, I've offered the solutions of child protection directives, therapy centres, walk-in centres for people who suddenly, you know, are besieged with the psychosexual disease that afflicts various members of our society willy-nilly, and I don't hold any one person responsible as inherently evil for falling victims to that, the same way as I wouldn't, you know, judge a child as inherently evil for contracting measles or meningitis. But you know, we live in that kind of a world that likes to do these things. But I don't. Me, the victim survivor, who's so evil. Okay, I actually have a modicum of still care and compassion and consideration for the kind of consciousness that abused me, that they actually be treated humanely, because I am a human being, and I do not accept that treating such people inhumanely in any way resolves the problem, except makes it worse. So the little evil bastard pig, Boris Johnson, as he stands today, still as yet unrepentant of his inhumanity, is resigning. Well done! Go away, you little evil little fuckhead funny man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Theresa May has had her arm twisted behind her fucked up little back, that she's not been able to deliver the hard Brexit that David Cameron so hoped she would deliver. Yeah. You're going to jail, David Cameron, you evil little fucked up twat. Because we know what you've been doing with the finances. We know the paedophilia you've covered up. We know that you're a fucked up little bastard. And the same goes for you, Tony Blair. Covert fucking Tory. Okay. And I must admit, I've had a lot of criticisms to lay against Jeremy Corbyn. And I've had a lot of suspicions to lay against him. But at the same time, I've started to look at his policies and I thought, do you know what? The guy's got some pretty savvy stuff going on there. Alright, he ignored the abuse in children's homes in Islington. He watered it all down. He helped to smother the issue. But I'm prepared to give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he just didn't really understand at that time the full extent of the problem. And I commend some of his policies. But they don't go far enough, Jeremy Corbyn. So to help you along, myself and my friends have recently registered a new political party in Britain, the UK Children's Party. And we will be implementing full EU child protection directives. Will be fully implemented in Britain. We will make them our own. And not one paedophile is going to escape, no matter who they are. Okay? They are not going to escape. And they will prevent crimes against children because they will act on every lawful suspicion. So, you know, we won't be having things like the scandals that have been going on recently, in recent years, where we've witnessed blatant denial of justice to our children in Britain, to the extent that even medically evidenced children's crime reports have not been investigated by police. That will never happen again. The credibility clause by the lovely Keir Starmer. I'm sorry, Keir Starmer. You can fuck off with your credibility clause, okay? It's fucking gone. Because it actually puts children at risk. So you, Keir Starmer, fuck off, okay? Along with Boris Johnson. And anytime the pair of you are prepared to reconnect with your humanity, well, welcome home, you know. Be forgiven. Or are you too proud? Are you too proud to accept forgiveness? They do say pride comes before a fall. Yeah, because it is one of the 7 deadly sins. Because it's not pride we need in this world, no. It's satisfaction. Okay? And I am not satisfied. This world has not satisfied my humanity. Not to any degree. And I've been judged and condemned as a lesser, inferior person. Me, who survived the horror of the child abuse and suffering that I endured. That has had to witness the horrors that have been inflicted against the good people of this earth throughout time. That as part of my childhood growing up, I have to learn about fucking slavery of human beings on the ground that they were brown skinned. And they didn't follow a fucking holy book. You can fuck off, okay? And don't tell anybody who dares judge me, that, oh, she's swearing. These same people who casually accept the label against their own children as a minor human being, and you have the fucking audacity to complain to me about the fact that I've used the F word, and I get angry, and I express a bit of emotion. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I apologise for not being a fucking psychopath. Go and lick fucking psychopath Boris Johnson, big fucking arse. Go and fucking fan yourselves. Go and absorb the sunlight shining out of fucking sex offender Donald Trump's arse, you fucking bastards. Because that's what you are. You're a bastard of humanity if you cannot give our own children of our species their rights as a VIP. But instead you hold and stand fast with the judgment against them as minor human beings. So yes, fuck off, Boris Johnson. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Get to your fucking satirical BBC garbage crap programme Have I Got News For You, because that's where you fucking well belong. And thank you, Jamal Thomas, for this brilliant presentation here, and I'll leave you the link, and God bless to everybody.